Hello, everybody. Eric here on Thursday, April 27th. Yes, April 27th to talk about the comics that came in for me on April 26th and some other stuff. I actually picked up everything except for the three omnibuses that are waiting for me. Those are very expensive. I'm going to have to pay those down before I can pick them up. But I was able to get everything else. Not a lot came in this week. Just a few floppies. Actually, just two, even though I bought three. You'll see. So we're just going to jump in and start with Door to Door, Night by Night, number 5 from Vault Comics. It's another horror comic written by Cullen Bunn. Excuse me. And this is the door-to-door salesmen who fight monsters in their spare time. So I haven't gotten to this series yet, even though I'm slowly catching up on everything. But it's Cullen Bunn, so you know it's going to be good. And then we have The Last Ronin, Lost Years, number 3 from IDW, the spin-off series from the smash hit Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin. And I have 2 of these because I pick up one for a guy at work. I just have to decide which of these covers I want. This one or this one. I'm thinking this one. I like that one. That was it for the floppies. So just those 2 things came in. And then there were 3 trade paperbacks that came in. So we have Midnight Suns. No subtitle, no volume. It just reprints the miniseries Midnight Suns 1 through 5. There's a horrible magic, menace coming. And it's going to take this team to defeat them. Monsters, magic. I love it. There's the back cover. I'm a fan of the character Magic and Blade and Nico. How do you say her last name? Minoru. And that character down there is the Ghost. It's not Ghost Rider. Spirit Rider. That's what it is. And then up there in the hiding behind everybody is Zoe Laveau from the Strange Academy comic. Looking forward to reading this one. Then we have Strange, Volume 2 from Marvel. That last one was from Marvel as well. In case I didn't mention it, the Doctor Strange of Death. And this is issues 6 through 10 of Strange. It's Volume 2. I believe this is the end of this series. This was sort of a bridge between the Death of Doctor Strange miniseries, which I just finished reading, and the new Doctor Strange comic. So for 10 issues, Clea is the Sorcerer Supreme. And since I just finished the Death of Doctor Strange, I haven't read the first part of this yet. But it looks pretty good. And then All Out Avengers. Teachable Moments. Excuse me. And this is All Out Avengers 1 through 5 and material from Free Comic Book Day 2022 Spider-Man Venom. So this is a reality-shattering story. I like the look of Doctor Doom on the back there. But apparently it's a multiverse, weird stuff going on. And even though it was a 5-issue miniseries, it's going to lead into another series called Avengers Beyond. Yes. Which I can't remember if I ordered that trade yet. But more Avengers goodness. I like Spider-Woman, Iron Man, Captain Marvel, most of these characters. Doctor Doom, She-Hulk. I think that's Blade back there. So there you go. And then Stuff that came in a while ago that I have finally been able to pick up. This is Erratic Recharged from AWA. Does it have a 2 on it? Yes, it does. Because it is the sequel to Erratic, which I don't have. And this is part of the Resistance universe, which there's a bunch of different books that fall into that universe, I guess. But this is about a superhero, a teenager whose powers only work for 10 minutes a day. And I have to get the first one. I love everything I've read from AWA. I'll have to get the first one before I can read this one. Then, you know what, we'll save these. Let's go to this one. This is Batman Failsafe from DC Comics. And I got this because it's written by Chip Zdarsky. It says Volume 1 on the back, but it has, where is it? Batman 125 through 130. But DC has a weird numbering system where even though the the comic book issue numbers are continual, they'll make each creator's book or each storyline or something different volumes. So there's a ton of different volume 1s, even though it's technically the same run of Batman. But anyway, I'm a huge Chip Zdarsky fan. He had his big run on Daredevil, which is coming to a close or has come to a close. Stillwater is great. He does all sorts of stuff. So I figured I'd check out what he's doing on Batman. And then the two biggies, almost like an omnibus, but not hardcover and not nearly as expensive. We have Fantastic Four, The Coming of Galactus, Epic Collection from Marvel. This is Volume 3. I have Volume 1, now I have Volume 3. I don't know if there's a Volume 2 yet. There is. I'll have to find it, because Marvel prints these in weird order. But this is a big one. This introduces the Inhumans, Galactus, the Silver Surfer, the Frightful Four. So a lot of big stuff in here. Oh, and this has Fantastic Four 33 through 51 and Annual number 3, which has the wedding of Reed Richards and Sue Storm. So pretty big stories in this volume. And then we have Doctor Strange, Triumph and Torment, Epic Collection. This is Volume 8 from Marvel Comics, and it has Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme 1 through 13, and the important thing, this is big, this is one of the most popular, if not the most popular, Doctor Strange story. The graphic novel, Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom, Triumph and Torment. So, I'm not sure when the Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme series came out. It looks very 90s. Let me see if I can find a copyright of any sort. Without spending too much time. Oh, 88, 89. So I was close. But lots of crazy stuff going on in here. It's kind of ironic that this says the world believes Doctor Strange is dead and he might soon be for real, after having just talked about finishing the death of Doctor Strange and the whole Strange series. But I'm a huge Doctor Strange fan, and this looks like some good stuff. The art hasn't quite gotten that horrible 90s look yet. And this is another collection that I have weird. I have like Volume 1, Volume 3, Volume 5, because they just, again, put them out in weird orders. Yeah, according to this, and this book just came out a couple weeks ago, the only epic collections for Doctor Strange are Volume 1, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 13. So it was weird the way they do it. But there you go. Big old fat Doctor Strange. And then finally, since it's the end of the month, we have the DC Connect promoting a new mini-series, a new event, Night Terrors. I'll probably most likely wait for the trade paperback or the collected edition, maybe hardback. But I mean, it looks like horror, so that's my bag. And then the regular previews, big old red Sonja on the cover. No Marvel previews this week because they all came out at the same time last month. Can't have that happen 2 months in a row. All right, so that's it. A pretty big week overall, even though a relatively small week in and of itself. And I don't think that I have. You know what? I don't have a question except the general. Does any of this catch your eye? Of all this stuff that I got, what is the most interesting to you? Let me know in the comments below. If you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put those in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post a spoiler warning. We try to be polite here on my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. All the usual YouTube stuff. If you'd care to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronin5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comic books, board games, and fuzzy animals, is ErikSmith5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH5757. And that's all I've got for you this week. So until next week, read more comic books.